Hello, hello, hello. Happy Motivational Monday, everybody. Cheers. You ready for this? You ready for the week? I know I am. I'm hoping that this is working without my earbuds. I have no idea what I did with them. I hope they're not in the washing machine. You know how you do stuff and you're just like, how did that happen to me? Anyway, I somehow did something with my earbuds. I have not been able to find them. I hope you can hear me okay without them, which probably is a better thing because usually they scrape against my ear and make a little extra noise like you need that, right? But Motivational Monday, and I'm motivated to see you all coming in. Come on in. Let's get busy. Busy, busy, busy. Who's here? Say hello. There's my girl, Jenny. I was just talking to her. We have our weekly meetings with our team, and Jenny was there because she is a big-time team member. If you know Jenny, you know her from all of our communities. She is the one always posting all the cool things and what have you. And I'll tell you, if you are in Take Back Your Life, if you are in Hot Milk Club or the Sprint, this is where we're the most active. We also have the Daily Dish. These are little groups, and we like our small groups. Our small groups keep us community-oriented and connected. And connection is so critically important. And you'll see Jenny a lot in there, and she does a fantastic job. So always say, give yourself a little hello, hello to our Jenny, because she's great. There's Gwen and Marianne and Lisa. Come on in, you guys. Good to see you. There's Lisa from Love Those Puppies, and Michelle is in the house. Here comes everyone, sort of. And are you guys getting your Facebook notifications? I've noticed I do not get them at all anymore. I wonder what happened to that. I guess maybe that's a broken down promise from Facebook. I don't even know what to tell you. And I'm glad you can hear me okay. And it's not echoey or too awful. I'll deal with it as I can. So I need all I can get. You can't get out of your way today. Oh, Lisa, I'll help you, honey. I understand that. You know, we're all there. Do you understand? Nobody is above not stumbling and falling. No one is. We're all in this together. You know, we find ourselves in a place where sometimes we feel like, man, I just can't do it. It's just too hard. It's just too this, just too that. We all find ourselves in that place. I think today is really gonna help you. See, nobody's got their notifications. I'm gonna ask you to do something then, okay? This is an idea. Just set a notification on your phone, 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm here. And I love it when you guys come streaming in here because we are, you know, we're down. We usually have over 100 people that come in like right away. And I've noticed in the last few weeks, it's just gone down and down. Why don't they tell them? I mean, why doesn't Facebook want to be on your side, you know, and help you build your audience? Whatever. I don't even know what to say about that. But anyway, so no notifications today. I'm glad that you guys are here. I really appreciate you showing up. It's probably because you saw the little spring up that, oh, Saving Dinner's live or something. But they didn't give you a notification, hey, this is happening. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're just, you know, let it roll. I've got some really cool things for you today, a couple of new things for you today as well. And, you know, plus today's stuff is going to be yummy and juicy. Stuff you're going to want to take notes on and maybe even come back and revisit this Facebook Live, maybe even add this into your journal, all the things, because sometimes every once in a while you'll hear something that's just like absolutely right for you. And today's thing was absolutely right for me. And you know what I found is that a lot of times when I think, oh man, I really needed to hear that, you guys say the same thing to me. Oh, I needed to hear that. So that's why I'm sharing that with you. Let's get down to business then, shall we? Well, first of all, I wanted to let you know, if you're signed up for our emails, fantastic, then you're gonna know, you get notifications about everything, including our lives. We don't send out a special email with notifications, but in our Daily Dish, when we put out the recipes and everything, we let you know that this is how you can join the daily lives. So we do that. We also are letting you know about our Bloom event. This is the in-person happening that's right here, happening on April 18th. It's a Saturday in Brevard, North Carolina, right outside of Asheville. And we got a lot of people coming to that, and we're really excited about it. But I just need to let you know, this event, the registration is closing down at the end of this month, which is the 29th, which is, I believe, Saturday. So you're getting an extra day because it's leap year. Yahoo! But it's time, because I've got to get our place situated. I've got to get everything nailed down, and now's the time. So if this is something that's interesting to you, go to savingdinner.com/bloom. Go take a peek-see and see what's on there. And I will tell you, the other thing that I'm going to tell you is that you need to think about doing the VIP event. Because if you're going to come all the way here, you're going to want to do that. And have your girls, man. You're going to have your girls with skin on them, because that's one of the best parts about it. Every week, we have a ships free product, so that if you put this particular product into your cart, then you can put in a code that says ships free in the little window, and you'll get everything that you've ordered free. And we have people taking advantage of that all the time, which I think is brilliant. Now, here's what you need to know. Guess what's the ships free thing is today? That's right. If you put a hot melt mix into your little shopping cart, you're gonna get ships free. It's all in stock. We got a ton of it in stock right now. Go ahead, I dare you. Wipe me out. We can order more. Wipe me out and put in everything that you want. It will ship free. All you have to remember is the code, ships free, and it's a done deal. We love it when you use the code. We love shipping your stuff free. And we also want to make sure that you're getting the stuff that you need. This stuff is the bomb. It has electrolytes in it that's going to keep you hydrated and feeling good. It's also got exogenous ketones in it, which was keep you in ketosis, with a little MCT oil to rocket that thing right up there. I'm telling you, it's amazing stuff. This is something I swear by this. Marla swears by this. Everybody I know who uses it swears by it. I drink it from 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock every single day, and then I switch to tea and then finish off with water. Boom, 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 boom. That's how it works. All right, so that's how that whole thing works. And of course, we have our other supplements. Everybody's got loves. Our collagen challenge just ended, and lots of good results with that. Thank you so much for everybody who participated in that. And don't forget, when you get the collagen challenge, or when you buy Perfect Paleo Protein, you get the collagen challenge free, which is a $27 value. Plus, we send you 90 recipes. 90. All kinds of different styles, so that's pretty fantastic. And then there's the Mindful Mug. You want to learn how to use a Mindful Mug? You don't have to have this mug, but you want to learn how to use a Mindful Mug. I talk about this Mindful Mug all the time because to me, it was a game changer. It was taking me out of the automatic pilot of just eating and wolfing it all down, eating too big of bites, eating it too fast. And you've eaten too fast when you kind of start feeling like you got this little thickness in your throat because you got to throw down some water to get it down. I mean, come on. We do that though, don't we? I mean, we eat like vacuum cleaners. We like horses with a feed bag on us. It's pretty bad. But we do it. Let's have some admissions here about that. We do that. And a Mindful Mug gets you to the place of having this little cup. It's a trigger for you, a good trigger, not the icky triggers, but a good trigger to remind you to slow it down, to eat only when you're hungry, eat smaller bites, eat like a lady, chew, put your fork down, have a conversation at the table, and be mindful of the meal that's in front of you. When we do this, we make our meals memorable. We make them meaningful. It's not just a matter of feeding, a bunch of like slopping the pigs or, you know what I mean? We go out of that farm animal feeding routine into taking care of ourselves. It elevates the experience and it's honoring to our body. It's honoring to our systems. And it's a fantastic thing. We need this kind of stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about how we can piggyback little habits to remind us so that we can do the right thing, do the things that we want to do. And sometimes we fall apart. We fall apart from doing the good stuff. We fall apart and fall away from doing the things that we want to do because we're always in such a hurry. Well, we can slow it down when we start putting things into a meaningful framework. That's what a Mindful Mug does. And by the way, speaking of mindful mugs, one you can order. You can win one of these. And not this Friday, but the next Friday, I think it is. I'm not sure. The next Friday, I'm going to be announcing a winner of a mindful mug. And if you order $250 worth of supplements, we will give you a mindful mug free. We will put it in your box with a little love note saying, you guys, you are amazing. Thank you for ordering. Thank you for keeping Saving Dinner at top of mind when you order your supplements. And I just want to say another thing too about our supplements. You know, I brag about them all the time because they are pharmaceutical grade. They're just top of the line. They're the best you can get. And there's a lot of you who go, yeah, whatever. And then you go shopping somewhere else. I get it. You know, I understand. But for those of you who are our customers and who do buy from us and help us out and keep us in business, I just want a big fat thank you. Because it's people like you who do keep smaller businesses like me in business and help us to help serve others. Because it's more than a supplement. You know, we don't just give out a supplement. We give you out recipes. We help you out. We are there to support and to keep you on your journey. That's our whole goal. We're motivated by your success. We're motivated to help you in any way that we can. That's why we have the supplements that we have. That's why we have the programs that we have. And that is why we do what we do. We never stop on that. And if you've known me for any length of time, I've been here for almost 20 years and for the same reason and the same purpose. So I just want to say thank you and I appreciate you. And to thank you, because a lot of you do put in great big orders, you order over $250, we will be giving you mindful mugs in every single order. So thank you for that. All right? Didn't mean to draw it out, but I mean, that really means something to me. The sprint starts March 9th. It will be updated with the convenience sprint on the end of the week. So wait on that one, but it's savingdinner.com/sprint. It's free. You can go get it if you'd like. But again, the convenience thing isn't, there's going to be an extra PDF and show you how to do it so you don't have to cook. There you go. I didn't know Marla was late. I knew she's in Knoxville. I don't know. I'll talk to her later. I know that Ben didn't have to go to whatever. The Bloom event, I told you, is going to be happening on the 18th. Don't forget, it's the end of this week. So need to if you don't get our emails, go to savingdinner.com, get the emails, get a free menu, get all the things, and you'll get notified about that, okay? That's really important. And Friday is our Q&A. You know that. We do a question and answer every single Friday. So if you have a question about nutrition, if you have a question about cooking, I will help you out. You just have to send the question in. Send them to support@savingdinner.com and in the little subject line, question for Leanne on Friday. It's just that simple. So we have a new quote of the week. Are you ready for a good classic? This is Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. You know, it's a connect the dots thing, isn't it? It's always a connect the dots thing. But you know, one of the things that I get a lot from folks, and I mean a lot of personal messages, emails sometimes, and messages on Facebook, and what have you, is be motivated. What do I need to do? You know, how do I not lose my motivation? And I get that. I mean, wouldn't it be just so fantastic to jump out of bed every day and just be like, whoa, I'm on it, and here we go, yes. It doesn't work like that. I wish I could say, yes, that's it, and all you need to do are these 3 things, and presto, you've got it. It doesn't work quite like that. Motivation is one of those things that we think has to be the horse before the cart, and it's not that way at all. It's actually, motivation is cart before the horse. We have to look at motivation from a completely different point of view. 100%. We have to look at it from a different point of view, because motivation is not the magic that you think it is. Motivation isn't all, you know, that you think it is. Motivation isn't going to come knocking at your door, coming down from heaven like magic manna from heaven. It's not going to do anything. Motivation isn't going to sneak up on you and go, surprise, I'm here. Motivation is something that comes from within. And sometimes that I can't, you know what? I'm going to do this. There it is. I know you guys are all talking about the technical stuff. I can't help you with that. If you have a problem, go out and come back in, but I can't help you with tech stuff. Sorry, guys. Motivation is completely 100% overrated. Overrated. We can't do anything about motivation. We cannot magically wish it into our lives at all. And you know what though? Sometimes something happens in our lives to make motivation easy. If you've ever, like for example, losing weight. I've used this example before. You get a picture and you go, oh my gosh, is that what I look like from behind? Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. And you say all these awful negative things about yourself. It motivates you to start thinking and taking seriously weight loss, right? That's one. And sometimes you get a diagnosis from a doctor and it motivates you to like, I got to change my diet. I've got to do these different things and you know, whatever. Or you put on a dress in a dressing room and it's your kid's getting married or something and it, you know, you have to go up a size or two and then you just see a bunch of rolls around your stomach and that motivates you at least for a minute. So sometimes it's easy like that, and then sometimes it's hard. You get up in the morning, it's dark outside, you don't want to get up, you don't want to have to do all the, you know, just tired, I don't want to do this. I get that. And sometimes it's like really elusive, it's out there somewhere. You know, it's out there, and you're wondering, well, how am I ever going to get motivated? Because that picture didn't do it, the doctor didn't do it, you know, I just have no motivation whatsoever to make any of this happen. So what we have to look at is, what is it that inspires you? What is it that inspires you? Because your inspiration is a momentary listening and learning kind of a thing. I mean, I listen to inspirational stuff all the time. I listen to a podcast, I read books, I do all those things, but without any application, inspiration is just more of the same. Without an application, I look for the lesson. Like when I'm telling you something today, and I hope you, yeah, a lot of you do take notes, you tell me this. Look for the lesson. Go back over your note. Don't just take your notes, slam the thing shut and go away. Look for the lesson. What here is for me to apply and to use in my life? Because I guarantee you, I'm going to speak into your life. Somebody else is going to speak into your life, and there's nuggets and tidbits and appetizers and yumminess out there everywhere. You have to be looking for it. Again, activate that reticular activating system. Make it come in and look for the juicy tidbits that are going to be meaningful for your life. Because again, all of this is very personal. It's a customized program for everyone. I mean, there's certain things that are universal. You know, I'm always going to tell you to eat a whole foods-based diet. How you interpret that is up to you. I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it. But you will, you know, you'll play with it and you'll try something, it won't work, and then you'll have to refine and redefine and tune it up and make it better. That's just the way it is. And once we understand that, then we can have a little bit more patience with ourselves and we can really enjoy the process and the journey, because the process and the journey is what gets us down the road. It's that consistency. And if we're persistent with being consistent, we will see the results. But if something's not working and we're taking a food journal, we're taking this seriously, we're in it every single day, then we can see where, you know, oh, this just isn't working. We can start connecting those dots. But there's really some huge things that, you know, lessons that come out of it, because you cannot have success by doing things occasionally. Have you noticed that? It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I mean, think about it for a minute. To get from point A to point B, if you were driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and you know, every 30 miles or so, you just pulled off the road and you went and did a side trip or whatever, and you had a goal of getting to San Francisco by tomorrow, and you know, that's like a good 9-hour drive, it's not going to happen, is it? It's going to be you're going to arrive to the party really late if you don't get too sidetracked over here doing something else. So you have to be consistent with what it is that you're doing, consistent, persistent, and patient. Because that patience with yourself as you're dialing things in and understanding that it's always a constant need to dial things in. This works for me, this doesn't work for me. And that's why I say I'm never going to give you an absolute as far as never, never, never do this and don't do that and don't do this. I will say, there are a few, very few absolutes. Don't eat sugar. Don't eat crap. Don't eat garbage. Don't punish your body. Don't treat your body like a trash can. Treat it with respect. And then when you can respect the process of what it is that you're doing, you can dial in all the things. It is a journey. And I think too, the other thing that helps to motivate you is if you can stand back and every single day just have a vision of yourself, of what it is you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to get into those size 6 jeans, well, I've got my size 6 jeans with 2 big pins on the back of my door. I've got it on the back of my door so I can look at them, see those size 6 jeans, and just, I'm letting my size 6 jeans know that I'm aware of them. They're here. They're in my peripheral. And it's activating that reticular activating system to keep me on track for the things that I know that I need to do. Not my first rodeo, not my first rodeo. And this is how it is for you too, especially if you have been in a place and done something before. Now, of course, there's always somebody who's going to come back and say, yeah, I did lose that 50 pounds, but I did it with, this ridiculous diet or whatever. I would say, okay, yeah, we need to dismiss that ridiculous diet because it's not sustainable, but we can also look back that your body knows what to do. Your body knows how to lose weight. And, calories in, calories out is not the way to go at all. We need to be intuitive eaters. And part of our journey is healing those hunger hormones that we've put out of whack with all these crazy diets. But our bodies instinctively know what to do. And sometimes we get a little stuck. There's a set point weight. There's all kinds of things that we have to get past. But it's like an obstacle course. We can see the goal at the end, right? It's just knowing that we're going to have to jump over this. We're going to have to go under that. And oh boy, it looks like we're going to get dirty doing this. But if we can be patient with that process, we're going to see success at the very end of it. And especially if we have our whys sitting right in front of us. I know I do. I know what my why is. My why is this is the rest of my life. I'm in my 60s. I'm in my early 60s, 61. And I want my 60s to look nothing like my mother's 60s. I don't want my 60s to look like my grandmother's 60s. I want my 60s to look vibrant, participating full out in this life, going to the next thing. I have no desire whatsoever to retire and to shrink back and go collect a Social Security. I don't want to do any of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that where I am in my life right now today, my vibrancy is on top of the list of things that I want. Being vibrant requires that you're all in. You're all in from different aspects, physically, mentally, spiritually, and that you're playing full out in everything that you do. And I'll tell you, I've only had a week of personal training, and I've had some pain, and I knew the pain would come. So what? It comes. I pop Infla Crusher like nobody's business, because I don't want to down all the Advil or Tylenol. But it makes such a difference. It clears the deck. It gets rid of the pain. It gets rid of the inflammation, and it helps me to feel better. But even if I didn't have that, I would still grunt through it because I know at the end, it's not about this momentary pain. It's about the gain that I'm going to get from participating fully and from going through all of this that I need to go through. It's like childbirth. The body doesn't just pop out a baby for you. Some people have that happen. It's like rare, but you'll hear stories of people who've had that happen. But so what? The point is that we are all in the place, every single one of us, of being on some kind of a journey, and the more we can take that journey, grasp it, and as much as we can, enjoy the process and get into the process, and even in the uncomfortableness of the process, embrace it. Because without the embracing of it, we can't accomplish it. And yes, there's a vision, and yes, we all want to get to the finish line. But if we can take each one of those workouts, like when I went and worked out with Nora, she's my workout trainer, that I just said, hey, I'm just doing this. I just put it all on a credit card. I'm just doing this. Every time I went in there, I said, when I come in there, I'm going to give everything I've got. Not stupid, but I'm not going to be distracted. I'm not going to be thinking about things. I'm not going to have my earbuds in. I am there to do some work. And it makes a difference. So when I'm doing something that's for my back or for my arms, I'm thinking about the muscles in my arms. I'm thinking about the process of all of it. And when I leave, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I've done some work. I haven't done it so that I'm going to hurt myself. I haven't gone ridiculous. But it is part of embracing the journey, being completely 100% present and participating in what it is that you're doing. And I'll tell you, it's humbling starting over. I used to be so much stronger. I cannot believe the wimpy weights that I have to lift right now. I used to do arm curls, bicep curls, 30 pounds. Right now, I'm doing 10, so that I can do the full sets. 12 is just a little bit hard. But there's muscle memory, and it's all going to come back. And that's the thing. It's not about beating yourself up where you are. It's about appreciating where you are and taking that journey on. So when you're doing this, you have to think there's 3 points for motivation, if you will. A motivation is a doing thing. We have to do before we get. And if we do the motivation thing, if we understand and like I said, being completely present in what the thing is that we're doing, and knowing that behind all of that, in the vision, in the horizon, is that goal. We are going to start to really appreciate that journey and appreciate the things that we're doing, appreciate the effort that we're putting out, and be pretty proud of ourselves. And as we start to do that, then we are getting into the process. We're starting to be honoring to the process. And if we can be honoring to the process, patient with ourselves, fine-tuning as we go, that motivation's just going to keep coming in. Even on the days you don't want to get up and go out and do whatever it is that you need to do. So what? So what if it doesn't show up for you? Do it anyway. And I will promise you this, promise, hand to God, this is the truth, that if you do it anyway, what you're going to find is that not only are you so stinking proud of yourself, but the next day that motivation comes from the effort that you put out when you did something that you didn't want to do. You made the salad anyway. You stuck with your plan anyway. You hydrated anyway. You drank your bone broth. You had your little mindful mug. You did the things you needed to do. I'm going to tell you, to me, that is the life-changing thing that makes all the difference in the world. And yes, some of this will become automatic pilot after a while, which is good. It gets us to that place of making it a little bit more comfortable, doesn't it? But in the meantime, and we've talked about this before, you've got the place that you're in right now, and you've got the place you want to go to. There's a gap. And in that gap, it's a little uncomfortable because you're the one who has to build the bridge to get over to that place. And it's a step-by-step process. It's not instantaneous. If it was, everybody would have six-pack abs and be beautiful and perfect. It's not true, though. You want to put this effort in because you are worth every teeny tiny bit of effort that you put into yourself. You are. And when you put this effort into yourself and all the things that you want, you will start to become more consistent. You will become more persistent. And then guess what? Your goal is going to get closer and closer. The vision for yourself is going to be just right up in your grill. Yeah. And then you're going to be looking at yourself, I don't even believe who I am. And the cool thing is, especially, like in the weight loss journey, it's not just about the physical that happens, but you change spiritually, you change mentally, you change physically, of course. And everything about you changes. You can't help but make those changes because you stuck with it. You've proven yourself. You've proven that you can do it to yourself, and that just girds things up. It's an amazing process, and it's absolutely 100% yours. 100%. But do not sit and wait for motivation, because the motivation is the doing. The motivation is putting one foot in front of the other even when you don't feel like it. And the most amazing thing happens is that motivation suddenly shows up and magically appears because you did it anyway. And you get that girl, you know, you get to give yourself a little pat on the back and say, well done. And just think about this too. If you've been in this place and it's been like, yeah, I know, I got off, you hear this all the time, I got off the, sprint bandwagon or whatever. Well, understand that you're not starting from scratch now. You're starting from experience. That should be kind of a good thing. That should be, give you a little something. It's not like you don't know what to do. You do know what to do. You've printed it out. You've got all the things in front of you. You've made the bone broth. You've done the things. All you have to do now is say, oh, well, I know how to do this. I'm experienced. I've got this. And when you do, again, things change. Things change, and you see things from a different perspective. You unplug the emotion from it, and instead of going from the emotion, you're going from the experience. Experience is a fabulous teacher if you will allow it. Allow the experience. The experience will motivate you too, because you'll say, okay, this time I'm going to do it this way. I do that all the time. I have a constant, I've shown you that sheet. I'm going over. I've shown you that sheet before. I do a pro-con list and figure out, dial it in, write it out. You've got this. Success is yours. It's the consistent who win the long game, right? Consistency gives you persistency, and it gives you, at the end, a big fat prize, and that's the thing that you're looking for right now. Your vision is yours. Now own it and do something with it. How do you like that? All right. And there they are. I really appreciate you all showing up for me. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much also for sharing this video. If you have a friend in your life that is just like suffering and going through a lot of stuff and can't seem to get off the dime, and well, you know what? Share this video with them. We bring people into our community to help. We start with a free program, lots of motivation, lots of incredible people. And you know what happens? Their lives change too. And if we do this together, all together as a community, can you imagine the effect that we're going to have on the worlds around us? Oh, it just lights my soul on fire. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Peace be with you, and I'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. Bye.